Hey, what's up? This is King Vox, and right now I'm doing a Greater Rift 61, and it's not really that hard. This barb has probably about 8 hours of gameplay on it, and I just really wanted to talk about things that Blizzard can do to kind of make Greater Rifts really fun, even in softcore. Now, most of the excitement in Greater Rift comes from, in hardcore, is just like, you know, you can't die, so you don't have any like blanket or whatever of, oh, I'm just gonna suicide into this pack to kill this pack or whatever, you know what I mean, and then, you know, that's it, I beat the rift. So in hardcore, that's never an option, because obviously if you die, you lose your character, right? So I feel like what they can do is implement not being able to die in Greater Rifts. So if you die in a Greater Rift, that's it. Your Greater Rift is over, your key is wasted, you failed the Greater Rift. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's, in softcore, there's nothing that stops you from just like careening in and suicide into mobs. And some people would argue, oh, when you die the time goes up. Not nearly enough. Not nearly enough. There just needs to be either a death cap on Greater Rifts so people can't really just go and suicide like that, and then that would make it feel better. Because I mean, like, think about it. As a hardcore player, I kind of feel like if you complete a rift, a Greater Rift 90, but you die 5-6 times doing it, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you died 5 or 6 times, like, did you really, like, you know what I mean? Did you really complete that rift though? Like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe you shouldn't be able to even go higher if you die in a Greater Rift. Now, I know there's tons of times or whatever where people are like, oh yeah, I do Greater Rifts all the time and I don't die and stuff, but that's, yeah, see, but that's the thing. You don't die because you're already geared, but you did die earlier. You see what I'm saying? Like, when I play Greater Rifts right now in softcore, well, not right now because they deleted all my characters, but I could push 90s and not die all day. I could definitely stack a bunch of stuff or whatever, so I wouldn't be able to die, but I wouldn't have the damage to it. So it's kind of like a risk versus reward. And right now, this is actually too high for me. I actually struggled on a 60, but somehow I pulled through and was able to do this 61. Hopefully I don't die in here, because that would be sad. And hopefully I can kill this boss within time. And when I do it, it feels great because I know I defeated this rift. This rift didn't defeat me. So every time my rank goes back on physical, that is the time for me to come and actually pursue the boss. Right now I'm kind of like running from him, but as soon as this ring goes back on physical, there it is. Now I'm gonna finish him off. And it went off physical, but we can still finish him off. We got a couple seconds. Boom. So I just did a Greater Rift 61 on a barb that's about 8 hours old. What I mean by 8 hours, it has literally like 8 hours of gameplay. I haven't really been playing this character a lot. So, and then you can see, you get 167 stones. I wonder if I'm max right now. I am max. So I need to go back in, and I don't even have the Skullgrass ring. If I had that, whatever, this would be a breeze. I'll be able to really blow through this stuff. And I just got an achievement. I'm like in the 1000s of people in hardcore right now, and later on I'll push higher or whatever. And this is just normal hardcore. This isn't even seasoned hardcore, and that's the crazy thing about this. So I've been using actually all of my stones on rings, trying to get Skullgrass, because it's not giving it to me, and it's just, it sucks. It sucks that I can't get it. It's just like, just give me it, please. With that ring, I'll be able to push something like 70 or 80 or something like that. But right now, I ain't pushing nothing without it. So this is the highest I can really go. Let's talk to her. And we're going to level up the Gem of Ease. And actually, I guess I can put more points into this right now. Actually, only 60%. And I want some guaranteed. So let's get this to 40. Alright, so I'll level up some Gem of Ease at another time, but I want to kind of show you guys how I play hardcore and how you can play hardcore safe and level up characters safe in hardcore really fast. And a lot of people, the main complaint about hardcore or whatever from some of my friends is how it's slow and, You know, you don't really get to level up fast. You have to. It takes a long time to level up. Some people think it takes literally days to level up, but it's not the case at all, and I'm gonna show you why. So see these weapons right here? I'm actually gonna move these back in here for you guys. So give me a second. I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to level up a hardcore character. Let me switch heroes for a second. Let's switch to her. Because right now I have some stuff on her that I actually need, but I'm not 100% done with completing this set. But I just really wanted to make this video to talk about how they could make softcore fun, you know, just by adding in a death cap to greater rifts. And I feel like a lot of people, I think like a lot of people would like that as well. Like, I think at first it'll like, people will be like, oh no, that's stupid, don't do that, you know what I mean? But I think over time people will be like, oh yeah, that's dope, that's really cool. Okay, so it's a character, obviously you saw some gear in it, so you kind of, some people that are old to the game, I said old to the game, but you guys kind of know where I'm going with this. So I have a barbarian right here, and I'm ringing out that I was going to level up, and I guess I will level him up. I'm not gonna level him up right this second, but I'll show you guys a little something. Go on to the highest difficult tournament that you can actually go on, and you start the game. Always start the game in private on hardcore, although the hardcore community is dead, so no one will actually join your game if it was public anyway. I remember back in the day when people used to just like troll people and try to get their characters killed. That was actually a fun time, to be honest. I've actually gotten several people killed in hardcore, so I think it's awesome. So as you can see, the weapons that were on my main are actually, these are actually, as you can see, my leveling weapons. And usually I don't take leveling weapons outside of level, and usually I keep them in the storage. I'll make a tab for them or something like that. It'll probably be like this with sword with it up, and I'll put all the items that I'm going to basically turn to level 1. And as you can see, I'm doing the Immortal Knight set for the Barbarian, and the reason for this is because I can use any skill I want. And then the reason why I chose the Bokuros or whatever they're called is because they keep my Fury at full. So this allows me to just freely spam and use whatever skills I want. So we're gonna actually go in here and we're actually gonna do a riff. We should be fine. I don't have my full set on, but we should still be fine. Don't worry. We should still one-shot everything. So we're running here. Hopefully we don't get one-shotted. That would be sad, but I doubt that's gonna happen. So we just need to get to level 20 to kind of show you guys some stuff. Actually, we can get to any level, really. It doesn't really. 20 doesn't have to be like the, oh, it's the big level, but as you can see, you just one-shot stuff. And it's so easy. You just, and this is how you level on hardcore. Like, literally, this is how you level. When you get a character to max level, right? Say if you have another character in mind, but you want to play one character because you feel that it's going to be a little bit easier to handle. So, like, that's kind of what I do. I always start off with Barb, right? So then I run through the game, I get the max level, and I get Gems of Ease. And I level up the Gems of Ease to 25, and I start working on an armor set for a character. Now you can actually do this, you don't have to do an armor set, you can actually be okay with just weapons, but I like to go above and beyond because sometimes I like to do story mode on the hardest difficulty, and just for you know, the extra safety, it's just really fun having a full set of, like, you know, level 70 gear at low level. You know, it's great actually. So we're in here, just, we're almost to level 20, don't worry. Once we hit level 20, the real fun begins for this class. Other classes, they can start a little bit lower, but there's weapons like this for every class. All your, imagine having any of your set gear, and we get tons of this gear. This gear is a joke. Like, look, this gear non-ancient is a joke. We all know that once we get geared, this stuff, it's gonna drop so much set pieces or whatever, it's not even funny. Like, this is probably like the 5th you know, set that actually dropped since I've been playing that one Barb that I've only been playing on for about like 8 hours. So I'm already level 15. And then another thing to do is level up some more Gems of Ease, put them on other characters, you know what I mean, and put them inside here, inside the weapons, instead of a crit gem. right? And you'll level up even faster. But this is just to show like how you level when you're a hardcore player, and it's actually pretty fun. You kind of get that whole feeling that you can just like face bomb into anything because you're just so strong. And imagine being on, you know, witch doctors or casters or something like that that can blow up a whole room with like one skill. It really feels good. It really does. So we're just gonna get to 20, and then I'm gonna show you guys how leveling goes from 20 and up. And another thing is, let me actually see if I did it. Actually, I did. So max out movement speed on a new character. That way you're not slow. And once you get high enough to actually do that, everything's getting in my way right now. Everything's getting in my way, dude. And I absolutely love Whirlwind. And that's exactly what we're going for right here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Actually, let's see if we have anything else. Actually, let me see. Oh, actually, you know what? We're just going to continue. We're just going to continue. I'm going to show you guys some other stuff in a second. We can use that because we just want to, what's it called? Seismic Slam, because we can spam it. Doesn't even matter. Now we just throw axes at everything. Seismic Slam, AoE situations. Still get freaking belts. We're almost to level 20. Easy peasy. We just run through, just slamming. And with these weapons, it makes Barbarian extra fun. I think a little bit more fun than most classes. Just for the fact that you don't have to worry about rage. You just run around and you just like, just poo on everything. Right? So we're about to hit 20. Probably like right now. Boom, we just hit 20. Let's kill these mobs. And then let's switch to the real deal, Holyfield. Okay? Now, at lower level, you're not 100% the best at this. So, well, let me see. Okay. In a way. Okay, so we want to get this for more fury, and also you always want to get nerves of steel as soon as possible. And just because you don't know when things are gonna start actually getting hard, but now we just like, as if we're like farming rifts and stuff like that, we just go through all of this. And as you can see, just with the weapons alone, it's already overkill. You get what I'm saying? This is a feature that a lot of people actually don't use. Like, people know about it and they use it on weapons and stuff to level up alts and stuff like that, but when you play softcore, there's really no need for stuff like this. Let me see. Is this did we come from this? Yeah, we did come from that area already. But as you can see, like, what would be the incentive to actually use this stuff and actually put together sets like this outside of hardcore? You get what I'm saying? Like, there's really none. Like, you would just be like, why would I do this? I can just have a friend just like power level me. See, and hardcore, you can't really do that. Like, it's best to just power level yourself, because if you have a friend that can do that, and what happens is you go in there, and if you die once, he has to start all over. So like, it just sucks. And we know people die while power leveling because people are greedy. They just want to go out there and they want to steal all the loot. I just wish that they would add a death penalty to greater rifts, and that would kind of like, that would be it for me. Like, I would be so happy with that. So, boom, we just killed this guy, but now we have Whirlwind. Everything's okay. We just need to get a Whirlwind rune. Dust Devil is the one I prefer because it just wrecks the crap out of things. We don't really need a primary at all, so you can actually start off by getting like Ignore Pain, and let me see what else. Blood Rage, Battle Rage. You can have the Shout. I don't really care for it, but there's really nothing else. I mean, you can get Leap, and then you can have Earthquake for your big burst, just in case something crazy happens. You need to just get the hell out of there, because a lot of times when you get stuck in places, the best way to do, if you don't have a hard walk, and what I mean by a hard walk is it's skill that's macro to pretty much just like make you walk no matter what. So only thing can really stop you from walking is a wall, so you can't get like body blocked in. So we go up to town, and what level do we get Dust Devil? We get it at 24, so 2 more levels. That's easy. Easy. Look, we're already 26. We get the skill that we want. And that's the only skill that really matters, to be honest. All the rest of these skills just, it doesn't even matter. This is all that matters right here. Boom. And I can't wait to get the full immortal set for my other barbs. So this is how I level them. When a barb dies, and trust me, you'll never kill a barb with this full set on it. So you can stay actually in tier 6. Like right now, I can't stay in torment 6, right? A higher level because I'm just not strong enough. I might be strong enough, but I don't want to risk it. But once I get this full set, what'll happen is I'll be able to take a barb from 0 to 70 with no problem inside of tier 6, and that's kind of what you want to aim for. So let me see what these are actually. Yeah, we can actually use those because we don't even have like a proper belt, so it doesn't even matter. You can use all this stuff, but essentially you're gonna do this with everything. You're gonna do this with you're gonna have a full-blown set, and you're gonna level this character from where I'm at right now, from 0 to 70, and literally, like, I would say a minute flat. Like, that's how fast actually it goes. And when you put the gem of Visas inside these weapons for this barb, so you'll be pumping out barbs like that, and then you'll have more than enough gear to gear them all. So they'll just be like little like copies. Like imagine how, like, right now when you play Softcore, and every time you get better gear and stuff like that, you just throw your other gear on the ground. Well, all that gear, instead of going to waste, you would just be throwing it on separate barbs or another class or whatever for a different spec or whatever it is. And also, you get a lot more, you get geared a lot faster as well, having multiple of the same characters, because you get a lot of stuff that your other barbs just won't get for some weird reason. So we're going to open up one last rift. So now we're going to do this with that, and I'm gonna earthquake the balls because who cares if I don't whirlwind it to death. But so I'm 26 right now. Let's see what level we are after we do this. And remember, we are on torment 6, and we don't even have gems of eases in our weapons, which we should, but we don't. Boom, we're just running through all this. You don't even have to pick up the orbs that the elites drop, actually, so you can actually just run through farther. Shrines you want to definitely grab. I don't know if I have my stuff here, but I should have like Nemesis and all that stuff inside the cube. That's actually another thing to worry about as well. Actually, this right here is a problem. Okay, so I'm gonna go up, and I don't care what level I actually get the ring that I need. I just need it, so to put it in a cube or something like that. So I've just been doing nothing but spamming rings, hopefully trying to get I think it's Callgrass, but I don't know if they took it out of the game or something, because it's been like forever. I've just been spamming this thing forever and not getting them, so I kind of feel some type of way about it, like it's not even in the game anymore. Sometimes they do stuff like that where they take certain legendaries out of the game, or they rework them into something else. So I don't know. I ain't worrying about it. But we're already level 30, just about. Level 30. This is a very, very bad map. If we had got something like the cow map, we would have been like, bing. More elites. Not worrying about them. Keep going. You kind of want to run into like all the elites and stuff like that. Just like wreck them. I'm not sure how far we can go on this, but we're gonna keep going. Hopefully I don't get like one-shotted at a certain point. Those are things. We're at 33 already. That's all it takes. Every elite that you run into, you just get like a massive amount of experience. 34. And this is how you level on hardcore, guys. Like it's so easy, and this isn't even like the best. This isn't even the best, but it's really good actually. Boom. Already about to be 35. And that's it. Like it's so fun leveling like this as well. Like you can kind of like relax, and you don't have to worry about the whole getting a character to like 50 and ripping. Oh my goodness, like that's the worst. Your first character on hardcore is always your worst if you don't have a friend. I'm telling you right now, your first character is always your worst. I leveled up a monk about like a couple months ago, and what happened was I got to like level 54. It took me like 2 days, and once I got to 54, I ripped. I don't know what I was thinking. I got like a bunch of like little small, you know, you get lucky, you get all the little legendary drops and stuff like that. So then you start one-shotting everything. So you're just like, I need to go up a difficulty. So you're wrecking that difficulty, and all of a sudden you ding like 50 something or 40 or 60, and you get one shot by pack. And it's just like, I know how that feels, but like this way, the way I'm leveling now, that'll never happen. That'll never happen. Like, it'll probably chunk me, and then I'll go to instantly back to full health or something like that, and then I'll get the hell out of dodge. I'll be like, later, nerd. But this is how I level on hardcore, and it's just like really simple, really easy. And actually, once this video is over, I'm going to work on the rest of those step pieces, and also make some pieces for the witch doctor, because I'm like really feeling like playing the witch doctor. So that's it, guys. Later. So yeah, I just lost all my leveling gear. Somebody knocked on the door, like the police, and yeah, it was weird. And when I got to the door, no one was there. I came back, I got out of that corner that I was in with all those mobs on me, and the boss spawned. The boss just burst me down. That's what happens when you don't have a full set. When you have a full set, it's not that big of a deal. I just lost some weapons, not that big of a deal. But yeah, rip. Rip, rip, rip.